Hi guys and dolls, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing another secondhand clothing video, which is super important to me for, ecological reasons. It's really good for the environment to just reuse things that already exist rather than purchase brand new items all the time. I know sometimes you want a brand new piece, and I'm not saying you could never buy anything brand new ever again, but just kind of be a little bit more mindful about your shopping. That's something that's really important to me to live in my own life and also to promote by example and to let you guys know that I'm really passionate about it and maybe kind of turn some people on to buying secondhand who haven't bought secondhand in the past. I know that I have several friends who still kind of feel a little ooped out about secondhand stuff, and yet when I give them clothes, they seem to like them. So I think there's just sort of a roadblock to purchasing things secondhand, and that's why I like buying things through companies like thredUP. thredUP is different than just going to your local secondhand store where it's kind of dirty or weird. Some people can feel a little bit uncomfortable when they first start getting into secondhand shopping, and so something like thredUP is nice because all the clothing is processed, it's clean. They will actually let you know the condition of the item right there on the website, so if there's any kind of fading or anything, they will let you know. And then there are other times where sometimes it's secondhand but it's actually brand new because the tags are still on it. You can kind of dip your toe in. The other really big benefit to buying through thredUP is that they actually have a plus size section. So as a beautiful fat woman, it is awesome to be able to find clothes in my size by buying them secondhand. A lot of secondhand stores have very small plus size sections, and I think that the selection on thredUP is actually really good. I have excellent luck because I know what I'm looking for. I'll search by a certain brand, or I will search by a fabric type or a color or whatever it may be. I kind of get a little bit zeroed in on what I'm looking for, so I'm not just looking at every plus size item on the site. You can also plug in your sizes, and this is the most important thing that I can tell you guys, and that's to broaden your horizons. So if you were a size 18, include everything from a 14 to a 22 when you're plugging in your sizes, because you might want something to fit a little more snug, or you might want something to fit a little bit larger. Also, every manufacturer has a little bit different of a size scale, and then when you are on the items page, you can look at things like the bust measurement or the waist measurement to get a better idea of how it will actually fit you individually. The other thing that can really help you when you are shopping secondhand is to not just know your numerical size, but to know your measurements. So for instance, I know that my bust is 51 inches, and I know that my waist is 43 inches, and I know that my hips are 59 inches, and so I have a little bit of an idea of what's going to fit me. And so when I look at a blouse that has a larger size, like this one was listed as a 62-inch bust, which I think is actually bigger even than what it is, but I knew that this would be a nice cozy loungy top. So we're going to dive into the haul in just a second, but I want to let you guys know that thredUP has a special coupon just for my viewers. So if you click the link in the description bar down below and you use the code TACKY30, you'll get 30% off your first order. Ah, amazing. I absolutely adore thredUP. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this video again. I love working with them, you guys. And a couple of you have actually mentioned that you have got great things through thredUP, or you've thanked me for introducing you to it. I want all of my friends and family to try this because it's just the most convenient way to buy secondhand. I mean, it's almost like a leisure activity for me to just get on my phone and start looking for things. So something that I want to do that's a little bit different with today's video is I got a new app that will actually record my screen on my phone. So while I'm talking about these items, you can actually see what I'm talking about here. So let's go ahead and set that up to record. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys my most recent order, so you kind of get an overview of what I've ordered here. And the first thing that I looked for is Roman's tops. After I've gotten a couple of really great tops through Roman's, through thredUP, I decided it was time to get some more. So I saw this beautiful blue one. By the way, this is the shirt that I'm wearing right now. You can see on the screen, it looks a little bit more like a green teal. And in person, it sort of goes in between blue and kind of like a blue-green. But on camera, I see it looks very blue. I'm also next to something that's green, so that can kind of affect the color as well. Anyway, this is a Roman's size 24. I want to click on this item, and I zoomed in because it looked like it was crinkle fabric, which I really like. This is a nice texture to it, so it's not just a plain smooth fabric. Fabric like this is really nice because it doesn't wrinkle, or rather when it does, it doesn't look messy. It just sort of looks kind of casual. So I'm going to zoom out of that. I'm going to scroll down. You can see this item is $21.99 on thredUP, but the original estimated retail was $60. So it's a huge, huge savings. And then when you scroll down, you can see it has some description, like the 3/4 sleeves, the color teal, it's solid, there's no print. And then it has the measurements. So this tells me it has a 62-inch chest, but they get that measurement from lying it flat and then doubling it. This is 100% rayon, and I love rayon fabric. It's a really durable fabric. Rayon is a synthetic fabric that's actually made out of natural materials, so it's a little bit more sustainable compared to things like polyester. So I was really excited about this, so let me go ahead and show you guys how this one turned out. So this top is nice and roomy. It's much roomier than I even thought it would be. I think that the measurements are just a little bit off. I think it's bigger than what they actually stated, which is a good thing. I think them having conservative measurements is nice because something being looser and comfier, you can totally work with that, but if something's too tight, it's just not going to work out. So I wanted to show you guys a few different things. The first thing is it paired with some jammy pants. I just thought it was super cute, a little Christmassy looking, and so I wanted to share that. But my favorite way to wear this is with a great pair of black leggings like these ones from Eloquii. So I'm showing you guys first with the top open. It's really quite large. I think that this definitely works this way, but I also like it stylized. As you can see here, it's really, really big, but that's good. That's exactly what I wanted. That's what makes me so excited about it. I wanted a nice, big, comfy, loose top like this. Loose top rather. So I like to unbutton it all the way and then tie up the waist, and because it's got a split seam at the back and on the sides, the back is still open. So this can kind of cover your booty while giving you a little bit of style at the front. It's a great look. It's a great way to wear a top like this. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is how I actually will tuck it in. So this is the methodology that I use. I'll gather it all up and then pull it to the back and then just shove that in the pants. It's what works. It gives it a great tucked in look. And now we've got a shorter crop top that's loose and comfy and still super duper stylish. The last way that I want to show you guys how to pair this is with different colors. So because it's a solid color and it's not a print, it's a great one for layering with different colors and color blocking. So I have a yellow tank top underneath this. I have it tied up a little bit. For some reason, this reminds me of Aunt Zelda from the original Sabrina. She always wore like tied up crop tops. It makes me so happy. This one also works really well as a duster. So have it completely open, and then it's just this beautiful, comfy, cozy layering piece for when you get a little chilly. So next we have a universal thread dress, and this is one where I had to use my imagination just a little bit. So Universal Thread, I believe, is a company that, or like a brand that sold through Target. In fact, I know it sold at Target, but I don't know if it's a Target exclusive, but I think that it is. So I saw this and I loved the color. I was immediately drawn to it. But when I clicked on it, it looked like it was shaped kind of weird. And then you flip it to the back and it has these little skinny spaghetti straps. So I assume that they had maybe just made the straps really tight to fit on the little dress form here. So I kind of used my imagination and kind of gleaned information from what the back of the dress was telling me. I love the smocking on the back because this type of smocking can make the item a little bit more size adjustable. So going back to the listing, you can see that the original price, the estimated retail price was $30, and thredUP was selling it for $16.99. When you look at the bottom, it says that this is a shift dress, which using my eyes, I can tell it's a little bit more like a fit and flare, but nevertheless, it has a hanky hemline as well, which I just love. It says it has a 52-inch chest, so I knew that that would fit me, and it's 100% cotton, which was really exciting. This to me screamed summer dress, and I decided to go ahead and scoop it up because it was a good price, good color, and I wasn't 100% sure if it would fit, especially since it's a size 4X, but I decided to take a risk on it. Let's go ahead and see how that turned out. So here's that dress, and I'm so glad that I took a chance on it because it was as I thought. It does have these spaghetti straps in the front. It does come up a little bit higher, and you can definitely adjust it based on how you want it to lay. This is exactly how I wanted it to lay. I love the button detail. I think it's really cute. I'm obsessed with this fabric. I can't believe how great it is. You can't see through it. I'm actually wearing black underwear in this, and you wouldn't know it because there's no seeing through, even though it's like a lighter weight cotton, like a summer weight. Oh, isn't my puppy cute? I love to wear dresses like this around the house. My husband and I have a sort of a weekend or a nighttime ritual of listening to music and dancing around. And one thing I like to do is wear swishy dresses. You can see that smocking there in the back. I just love it because it makes something a little more size adjustable. So this is a 4X. It's a little bit loose on me, but that's exactly how I like it. I want it to be super duper comfy. One thing I want to show you guys is that I'm wearing a dress that's super, or not a dress, I'm sorry, I'm wearing a bra that's very printed and you can't see through it. So I'm showing you that to show the quality of the fabric. I would definitely get more pieces from Universal Thread. You can also see that this dress is lined, and that lining is loose and comfy. I've had some dresses with lining where the lining is sort of restrictive, and then there'll be a big skirt and it's like, why? That doesn't make sense. So this also has beautiful eyelet lace, or just eyelet fabric. I wanted to show you guys what this looks like outside. In fact, I had wanted to shoot more of these outfits outside, but as you know, there's fires in California and the air is sort of toxic. So this was as long as I was willing to be outside without a mask. But I wanted to show you just one. You can kind of see even how hazy the sky is, and everything's got this, it's got a pretty golden light to it, but it's because of the fires. So anyway, I layered this up with a long sleeve bell sleeved bodysuit, which I got recently from Curvy Sense, and a great pair of slouchy boots. And this is actually my favorite outfit at the time. It's comfy, it's cozy, it's a lot of fun. Next up, we have this Calvin Klein dress, and this was the most expensive piece that I purchased. The original estimated retail price for this is $139, yikes, but the thredUP price was $44.99, which is still a lot of money for a used dress, but I don't have any Calvin Klein dresses. I was excited to test out Calvin Klein as a brand, and the style of this dress looks really appealing to me. It looks like it could be a little bit 70s, a little bit 80s. I love the color, and I love that it came with this really pretty gold belt. If you zoom in on the thing here, you can see it's made out of a really smooth kind of polyester fabric. So when we go down to the fabric content, it has some information there. It's a dry clean only, which is important to note. It says it has a 46-inch chest. Now, I kind of took a gamble on this because I was like, 46, that's a little bit smaller than my chest, but with something like this is kind of very stretchy polyester. You see it's 95% polyester, 5% spandex. That's going to make it a very stretchy piece, so I knew that it would stretch to fit. So let's go ahead and see how that turned out. You can see it's actually bigger than what the measurement said. So this had the 46-inch bust. Maybe that's accurate. Maybe I am stretching it a bit, but I honestly think that it's quite loose and comfy. So I wanted to show you guys what this looked like both with shapewear and without shapewear. So up to this point, I haven't worn shapewear with anything. I decided to put this on just to give you a little bit of perspective of how this looks with and without. I think that with shapewear, it just sort of smooth things out, but I think it looks cute either way. So this also comes with the belt, and I initially put the dress on without the belt. This does have little loops, which I'll kind of go into a little bit more in a second here. You can see there that the bust is actually quite loose on this dress. In fact, I think I'm going to pin it. There are those loops, and this is something that's exciting, is that it actually has a loop in the front, and a lot of other things won't have that loop in the front. I've only ever seen them on the side, so that was kind of cool. I guess that's the benefit of buying something like a Calvin Klein dress, where it's a little more expensive. They have those details for you. I wanted to show you guys how this looks with a different belt, because I don't think that the belt that it came with necessarily works for it just based on the size. So this is an OB belt that I have, paired that with another pair with my, my same black slouchy boots that I love. These are from Array, by the way. I've worn them for years. I'll also have them linked in the description bar down below if I can find them. Next up, I have another piece from Romans. This is a red top. I liked the look of this one because I kind of like that zigzaggy pattern. When you zoom in, you can see it has a really cool kind of print to it. Kind of gives you some information, V-neck, sleeveless, red, and it has a print. This is 100% polyester. So let me go ahead and show you guys how this piece turned out. It is nice and flowy at the very top near the bust. Unfortunately, this top is pretty tight around my stomach and my butt. It's actually so tight that to me it feels a little bit uncomfortable. So a top like this for me is something that I would want to wear tucked into pants or a dress. However, what I really like about this is that even though it does have a really pretty pattern on it, there's not a lot of bells and whistles. There's no collar, there's no buttons. So for me, this makes this the perfect workwear staple where it looks professional, but it doesn't feel fussy to me. There's no buttons to worry about them popping or worry about the bust gap or anything like that. There's no collar to fix. It's just really comfortable to wear with a blazer and a nice pair of pants or a pretty skirt. Really versatile, and I actually like this worn with this great pair of leggings. Again, these are the same leggings from Eloquii. I will have them linked in the description bar down below because they still sell these. I actually bought this pair in particular through thredUP because of course I'm a thredUP addict, but you can get these through Eloquii. They're really, really long lasting. I have another pair that's lasted me like 3 or 4 years, maybe even 5. I don't know. I haven't counted, but I've had them a long time and they still haven't done that pilling thing that leggings do on your inner thigh. Next we have this Calvin Klein sweatshirt, and I was really excited about this one because, you know, this time of year I just want sweatshirts. I just want to be cozy and comfy, and I liked the color of this one. It looked very distressed. In fact, when I first looked at it, I wonder if it was super worn out, but thredUP doesn't sell things that are super worn out like this, so I decided to go ahead and check the information. It's a size 3X. The original price was $36, but thredUP is selling it for $20.99. You can see also there it says sold because I'm the one who bought it. It has a sweetheart neckline, which actually it doesn't have a sweetheart neckline. It has a scoop neckline, but the back is somewhat sweetheart shaped. It's weird. It is navy blue and it is solid. The chest measurement is 52 inches, so I knew that that would fit my 51-inch bust. And the fabric content was 50% or 55% cotton and 45% polyester. So I knew that this was going to be a nice cozy sweatshirt. Let's go ahead and see how this one turned out. This is the Calvin Klein sweatshirt, and you see how they say it's a scoop neckline or a sweetheart neckline, but it actually effectively looks like a scoop, even though it did have like that sweetheart look to it. It also still had that string attached from where you hang it on the on a hanger. So this is brand new, which was really exciting. So even though it has this distressed look to it, it definitely is brand new. It's super duper soft. I really just kind of wanted to pet it non-stop, but then I realized that would make for a weird video. I also love the way that this color works with my hair, so don't mind me just admiring how this blue sapphire, kind of almost like a denim blue indigo. Okay, I'm overly describing the color. You can see it for yourself. It's a really pretty shade of blue. Next we have a Layne Bryant dress, and I was so stoked about this one. The second I saw it, I was like, I have to have this. This is a Layne Bryant size 28-26, which is weird. You'd think it'd be a 26, 28, but anyway. Estimated original retail price is $71. thredUP had it for $24.99. This is a sheath dress. It is a V-neck. It does have short sleeves. It is a knee length. It's red, and it does have a polka dot print, so that's all super accurate in terms of the description. Now when it comes to the measurements, this is where I really had to use my own like sense of like my own knowledge of Layne Bryant. So I know that a Layne Bryant 26-28 is not actually going to have a 34-inch chest. What it looks like to me is that they did the flat measurement and then didn't get the didn't double it. So this actually has more like a 68-inch chest. It's a very wide chest because the arms and the chest are actually all one piece, which is a really nice sleek look. This is also 95% polyester and 5% spandex, so it's going to be a nice stretchy dress. So that was the other thing. I was like, well, you know, if it'll stretch, it'll work. So you can see that fabric up close, and it does have a little bit of a black detail on the back of it. Let me go ahead and show you guys. It doesn't really show up much here, but you will see it when I try it on for you. Let's see how that worked out. This dress is as loose as I expected it to be. It fits actually quite perfect. Again, this one said it had a 34-inch bust. That's clearly not the case, but I thought that measurement might be wrong. The belt that comes with this one is way too big. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the belt off and sell it so that somebody who has a wider waist can use it and get some use out of it. I wanted to show you guys what this looked like with an obi belt. This was my plan all along. The second I saw this on the thredUP website, I was like, yep, I'm going to wear that with my obi belt and it's going to be amazing. Thing of note, you'll notice me adjusting it. I wanted to show that because when you wear an obi belt, it shouldn't be so tight that you can't breathe. It should actually fit loosely on you so that you can be comfortable. That's me adjusting the camera because I realized that the angle had gotten real weird. This is a really great casual dress. One thing that I really like is that the red tone is a little bit more like an orangey red, and I love that. I think it looks so pretty. Again, I'm kind of admiring how it looks with my hair color. The hair color is still new. I'm still testing different colors and different clothing styles out with it, so forgive me my indulgences. Also want to give you guys some detailed shots of this obi belt. This is from Eloquii. If they have this on the site, I'll go ahead and link it. So this is the final dress. This one's also from Layne Bryant. It's also a 28-26. Now, typically speaking, if I were to fully go by the measurement chart for Layne Bryant, I would probably wear more like a 22-24. But since what I was looking for was loose, comfortable dresses, because I do want to wear like fashionable pieces, but I want to be able to breathe, damn it. Like, I want to be able to be comfortable. And I've been looking for more sweater dresses, and a lot of the sweater dresses that I have are a little bit more clingy, and so it just kind of feels a little suffocating to be like so warm and then have really not quite tight but just body hugging fabric. And I kind of wanted something that was a little more flowy. So when I saw this, it was like a fit and flare style, and when you zoom in you can see it has a really pretty detail there at the waist, and then it flares out. So I decided this might be one that would be really great for around the house, if nothing else. So I just actually picked this up to be sort of an around the house dress, and we'll see how it turns out. So the estimated retail on this was $71, and thredUP was selling it for $23.99. And we come down, it says it's an A-line, scoop neckline, long sleeves, knee length, gray, solid, all good. Now it says that the chest is a 40-inch chest, but I was, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well this is like stretchy. It's a sweater material. It clearly has some stretch to it. The fabric is 100% acrylic, which is a synthetic that I'm not really super fond of, only because acrylic tends to give a lot of static cling. But I decided to go ahead and take a risk on it. So let's go ahead and see how that turned out for me. I'm really impressed with how well this one turned out. Again, this is something I thought would just be like a around the house kicking around type of dress, and I've actually worn it out a ton. It's super comfy. I do think that the sleeves on this are supremely long. I definitely like them kind of squinched up a little bit or even cuffed up. Now I do have shapewear on with this dress, and I wanted to show you guys again what it looks like with and without shapewear. I think with shapewear it's just slightly smoother, but it's cute and comfortable either way. But that is my haul through thredUP, and I didn't show you guys the super cute packaging. One thing that always makes me really excited is they have this super cute polka dot packaging. It just makes me happy every time I come home and I see this on my doorstep. I'm just like, oh, my thredUP order is here. And what's really exciting is I live in a building where all of our front doors actually face each other, and it's been really fun to actually watch my neighbors start trying thredUP. So it's like, yes, the revolution. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank thredUP again for sponsoring this video, and definitely click that link in the description bar down below and use the code TACKY30 to get 30% off your first order. It's incredible. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. See you, bye.